trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.
We aren't kickboxer, we aren't influencer, we aren't life gurus.
Our parents aren't rich, we had student loans, we work 9 to 5, and we look forward to the weekends.
So if that sounds somewhat like, welcome to the Noob Podcast.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome back, everybody. Been a while. We are here today with new guest, one of my good friend from community college, Bhumit here. He's been an artist. He's a multitasking, talented person. How you been, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Thanks for having me here, first of all.
Yeah, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for being here. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
So far, the most famous person on podcast, I think.
I must say.
Easily.
Well, I'm honored to be that person.
Yeah, I second that statement. So he's a for us, he's a celebrity.
I say for you guys, I'm just a friend. An old friend.
Yeah, he's an old friend, but he's a very talented dancer, singer. You also choreographed for, I think, kids, right, or something?
Yeah, I've taught and choreographed for kids and stuff. Adults too.
Yeah, and he also works 9 to 5, like us, if I'm not wrong.
Yep.
So I don't know how we manage all that. We're gonna figure it out.
I don't know either, man. It just happens.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out now in this podcast. So how you been, man? Where you live now? I know you're from here, but
I'm doing great. So currently I live in Jersey City. Well, I've lived in Lansdale a long time ago, as you guys know already. We used to play cricket together.
Yeah.
The fun times. But my parents still live here, so I visit them here and there. But I've been, so I had to move out to close to New York City for my side hustles, which is dancing, singing, acting, whatever comes, in the art form. So I've been living close to the city about 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So currently I'm in Jersey City.
Right.
And it's been good.
Yeah.
So I know when we were together in community college, I know we used to work out and stuff, but you weren't into dancing or stuff back then. I remember you used to work at Pfizer, I think. Oh, you were?
Well, I was into dancing in college, but not as publicly, I would say, I used to dance in my room all the time.
Yeah.
We never actually talked about this back then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was more into cricket in high school.
Yeah, we played
So
together
we played
many
cricket,
games. I remember.
I was so much into working out.
Yeah.
I still am, but it's hard to keep up right now. But dancing, I started when I moved to Penn State. So I always loved dancing. And then when I went to Penn State, I discovered this whole Desi dance community, And there was this team, and they were looking for new dancers. I'm like, let me try out. And I used to copy like Hrithik Roshan and Salman Khan and all of their songs, from YouTube. So for my audition, I just performed one of the Hrithik Roshan's like IFA award performance. And they're like, you just copied all the steps? I'm like, yes. They're like, when did you learn it? I'm like, 10 minutes ago. So they're like, yeah, you're on the team.
I mean,
So
glad
that's how
you
I
did
cut
the
into it.
audition, man. Look at you, how far you made it. We'll
I know.
definitely put his link, all the social media. Make sure you guys follow him. It is worth following his page. He posts great dance, great. He also composes like music and stuff, right? I see
Started
you
making
sing a
music.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, here and there, I watch your videos all the time, and then I leave comments on many of them. Like the one recently you post with the.
When
I
was it
think
raining?
I think I showed it to you, right? I was like, yo, look at this
that was
background.
good.
Looks so fake, but
Oh,
it's so real.
When it was
It
raining.
was real, yeah.
on
That was
rooftop.
my
Yeah.
apartment building. Yeah. So, I mean, I had gone to this class like about a week or two ago.
Mhm.
And then it was raining. And then I'm like, oh, this is a sad song. And the vibe was just perfect. And then I went upstairs to check out, just the rain, the view. Because I can see New York City from my building.
Right.
So I went up and then I was like, there's a rainbow. I'm like, this is a vibe. I need to create something,
Yeah.
So then I just practiced the choreography that I learned for like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I still have it. So
Mhm.
just put up a tripod and recorded it.
That was
and
awesome,
it worked
bro.
out so well.
That background, oh my god,
Yeah.
it was chef.
Thank you,
kisses.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally liked it, and I was like, first I thought it was. I watched it twice. I was like, this is legit. Then I showed it to him. I was like, yo,
No, so many people thought it was like edited,
that's what I
after.
thought too.
Yeah.
With the
First
rain,
time.
the
Yeah,
rain was
rain
put
and
in
everything.
after.
It's,
Gotcha.
no. It was so many people thought it was edited, but it was all real.
Real.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah,
edit
yeah.
anything besides the certain camera moment. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
But then the
Uh,
dance itself was amazing because
thank
your
you.
face expressions and that movement, like the song was sad, as you said. I know, but then you were into it. Like I don't know how
Thank-
you bring that out from you, like when you
I think that just rain made it everything sad.
Yeah.
But
You-
no, it worked out well.
Yeah.
I was also tired, so I
Yeah.
guess that made me, look sad, which
Sad,
worked
yeah.
out.
Yeah, it worked out very well. I saw your comparison with the hair and stuff. I'm like, damn, he's a hero.
That was after working 9 to 5, so I was pretty sad.
So you still
fuck.
you still work at the Pfizer?
I still work at Pfizer. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
been
man.
7 years. Wow.
That has been a long time.
Yeah.
I remember you was telling me a while ago,
Mhm.
and I thought you might have quit because I seen you doing all.
Well, I
of the
wish
side
I
stuff.
could. I almost did, but still working double jobs. And
Right.
if something big happens on singing, dancing side, then I think I'm gonna quit my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hopefully no
hope
one's
so,
from
man.
Pfizer watching.
if they are watching, we made it too big.
Yeah. That
then
way
you,
we all
then
quit.
you can quit. Yeah.
Not you. We all quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But recently, I saw you went Cali. What is it? National Park.
Was it the past
Last
weekend?
week? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was for a wedding actually.
Oh right. Okay. It was.
Yeah.
I was like, he's coming here, but he's in Cali. I think he forgot. But
Yeah,
then
it was just a weekend, like 3-4 days.
you
It was
do
for
travel a
wedding.
lot, though, right?
I try to, but recently, like this year, all the travel has been for weddings.
Mm.
Like I went to Portugal, that was for a wedding.
Oh,
Cancun for a wedding, and then this Lake Tahoe in California, that was for a wedding as well.
how was that?
So I would like to travel not for weddings. 'Cause Indian weddings, I mean, it's 3-4 days, so
Exhausting.
all of our
Yeah.
days are just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're single right now?
No, I'm dating somebody.
Oh, you did? I
have
think
a
I
girlfriend.
yeah. Nice
Yeah, yeah.
cars. Man, so how was the Lake Tahoe?
It was beautiful. It was actually my girlfriend's best friends from like childhood. So it was her wedding. So I was just a plus one,
Right.
I didn't know many people, but they were cool. People were nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
I made a lot
you're
of friends.
outgoing.
Yeah.
You're outgoing, man.
Yeah.
You make friends like this.
Yeah. I just gotta start dancing.
If anything, oh yeah. Did you dance there?
I didn't perform, but all the
Dance
family
floor
dances,
open.
Family
like,
dances,
Have to
dance
dance,
floor.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
dancing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
probably-
Do you enjoy that, like free dancing, or you?
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting, right? Because you all are, like, if you're a dancer,
Yeah.
you're all about choreography. You
Yeah.
wanna move on groove, and most of the time people are just dancing drunk.
Yeah, I love. I mean, I love not drunk dancing. I love drunk dancing. All kind of dancing. Yeah. At family parties, it's funny because like people know that I know most of the steps for all the Bollywood songs.
Yeah.
So when any songs play and I start doing dances or the choreography that I know, they start following me,
Right.
and then I have to dumb it down so that all the uncles can follow me. And literally, the dance floor turned into a Zumba class. Like, no, that happens every family party, and I'm like, oh my god, now they expect me to do it.
Start a Zumba class.
How, did you get like? I know I have seen you perform in like weddings. You post a video, but like, do you not get the people fear, or you just when you get into the zone, you just forget about people? Like,
Yeah,
how does
so
it?
I feel like I've been performing in front of people on stage for so long now that it doesn't scare me. I would say I don't have that stage fear anymore.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm still scared to mess up. I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
fuck up. My
Right.
choreography or something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's always I always get a little nervous, but I would say it's a good kind of nervous.
Mhm.
But I did used to get scared when I first started dancing back in college, almost like
Yeah.
10 years ago. And then I used to just look down all the time, which is such a bad, because you can't give any expressions.
Right.
And people
Yeah.
can connect with your art, if you're just looking down.
Mhm.
So I used to just very conscious about my steps and not forgetting anything. I used to look down all the time. But it comes, the confidence comes with practice, and keep doing it over and over.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. So
Well, I want to say I definitely see a little bit of Ritik in you when you you
Yeah.
have certain
Oh,
steps,
yeah.
thanks.
which is
Because you
yeah,
got
which is
hairstyle
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the body obviously.
How do you manage? Bro? You work out, you do all this
Man.
hustle, you work, and then you have girlfriend on that. like,
I mean, you
dang.
guys are all, you're married, you're with kids, you make time, right, for
Yeah.
things you love.
Yeah,
So I guess
definitely.
we gotta, maintain the time
Mhm.
for the things we
Fair
love
enough.
Yeah.
and the people we care about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just happens. I mean, I used to work out like at least 5 times a week, but now it's like 2 to 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
So dancing and singing, I have to make time. Like whenever the project comes, I try to go to all the rehearsals and I take a project that actually pays me now. So it's like I can be a little picky about the projects that I take on because I have the other 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So on that note, I seen your YouTube videos that you have post time to time, and like how do you come up? Like you come up with those? I know one of them recently. You said you plan it out, the whole choreography and all that. I
Was it a
forget.
dance video or singing?
dance video?
A dance
On
video.
YouTube, like it's a very authentic. Like
I think the music video, right? You're talking about the music video he did.
the music. No, I'm talking about with another dancer, like female dancer. You do like actual dance in city, and then somebody you post it
Oh.
on YouTube.
Those are usually choreographed with if I'm dancing with somebody, then we choreograph together, and if it's my project, then I choreograph. Like I remember I've done Gungru a couple of years back, and that was my choreography, and I just collaborated with one of my dance friend, and we shot in New York City at a restaurant named Barbar,
Yeah.
an Indian restaurant. So there are some projects that I choreograph, some projects that I learned in like a dance class, and I just film it just for the content, But
So-
music video, I'm sorry.
So like the
music videos have been,
videography,
huh?
like the videography, you hire someone?
Yeah,
from
I hire
outside?
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was like, who does that? Like, do you pay them or how?
Yes,
does it work?
I pay them. Pay them a lot. But yeah, recently I've been working with a lot of friends.
Mhm.
So I made a music video to Kesaria.
Yeah,
And that was
I saw,
all
yeah.
directed by me. Like I put in a lot of time into every single shot, and all the planning was me. But then I hired one of my friends. She loves directing also, so she came on board as an assistant director.
Mhm.
So then when I'm in the frame, she can actually direct us, right? And then this guy, he's a new videographer in New York City. He's been filming like dance videos and stuff for people. So I asked him if he wanted to work together. And then this was his first music video also. And he did a great job. His name is Ronak Naik. So yeah, the video came out so well.
Yeah,
If
it
you guys
was.
haven't seen it, like check it out on YouTube. It's called Kesaria, by Bumit.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
We'll put it in our description as well for other to see. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, I wonder if he gets paid or he has to pay or whatever it is. But that thing was,
I mean,
Like-
right now for this content, I'm not getting paid. I'm
Nah,
just
yeah,
like
makes sense.
producing phase.
we'll,
right
we'll
now.
make
Right.
sure this new podcast take it to the next level. Either you're gonna take us
That'd
to
be
the
great.
next level or we're gonna take it to the next
Help
level.
each
But-
other out, right?
When you said those paid projects, like what kind of clients do you usually get for those paid
So
projects?
for dancing, it comes from like either like it's a wedding, gig or like corporate gig and stuff like that. I have done like paid shows where we were touring for like 3 years all over the country, and those shows were only during the weekend, so I was able to do that with my 9 to 5 job. And then with singing, same thing, like wedding events, like cocktail hours and stuff like that. Restaurant gigs, I started doing some restaurant gigs
Oh,
now.
nice.
Very nice.
So during brunch and stuff, people want some slow
Slow
Bollywood
music
music.
on.
Then
Yeah, yeah.
I go sing. So anything, man, anything comes,
Yeah.
I'll take
I
it.
love it, man.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I told you guys, celebrity.
Not a celebrity.
or soon to be.
Celebrity.
But I see it, man. You will find success. I promise you that.
Thank
The
you.
way you're
I
going.
love entertaining people.
Yeah.
That's the main
That's
thing.
awesome.
That's the part of being what's this called, like an actor. Like you're type of actor,
Entertainer.
right? Like because you like to
Yeah,
act
yeah, right,
and
yeah.
you have multiple talent. What's the Bollywood actor name? Bhalmika Bag guy. He does everything too, like dance,
Farhan
acting.
Akhtar?
Yeah,
Farhan
yeah.
Akhtar.
He does.
Yeah.
Like he does everything.
Yeah,
He's
he's
very
a
talented.
director, singer,
Yeah, he's
actor,
everywhere.
dancer.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Speaking, you did something for those the English version of DDLJ, right?
Oh yeah, the off-Broadway show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come Fall in. Well, it was called Come Fall in Love.
Mhm.
DDLJ the musical. So that was with Yash Raj actually.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
Aditya Chopra himself, directed
Really?
that show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the music was by Vishal Shekhar.
Mm.
So it was pretty cool.
Oh,
like
you
they-
have pictures with one of those dancer too, like the judge, right? Oh, that was a different.
That was a different gig, but
Gig,
I think
okay.
I think you're talking about Terrence Lewis.
Yeah, I think it was in city, New York
Yeah,
City.
yeah. So
too.
we did Diwali in the City show with him,
Mhm.
with Terrence, and yeah, it was a cool experience.
Yeah.
But this DDLJ thing was pretty big.
Pretty
Like
big.
Yeah.
being in the same room with Aditya Chopra and like Vishal Shekhar for like 3 months. It was
Yeah.
like pretty
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
did you go to California or?
Yes, so I had to move to California, San Diego. The show was in San Diego.
Mhm.
So I told my 9 to 5 manager, this is a huge opportunity. Like, can we make something? Can we work it out?
Yeah.
And then like I've been with Pfizer for so long.
Mhm.
I don't know if I should mention the company I work with, but you can beep it out later. if you want. But my 9 to 5 manager, like he was so kind enough to work it out with me.
That's
Mhm.
nice.
And then like I was working East Coast hours from West Coast, so
Right.
I used to wake up at like 6 in the morning, work till like noon, which is almost like 9 to 3 here.
Yeah.
And then I would go to the theater, like the shuttle would pick us up from the hotel, and then all day I would just rehearse, and then at night shows. So then I would come home at like almost 11:30 midnight, sleep, repeat again for like 3 months. Because weekends we also have shows, so I didn't have any days off.
Days off,
For Broadway people, Mondays are their days off pretty much. And I had the 9 to 5 job on
job.
Mondays, so
Right, right.
I didn't have a day off for 3 months, but hey, I loved every single minute of it. So
Yeah.
That's
was
awesome,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Were you the only one who had 9 to 5 during that time?
Yep, I was the only one.
Oh boy.
And the whole crew, yeah.
Whole crew was
but it
enjoying
all-
their Monday off early.
They were all enjoying. They were like traveling to LA, taking dance classes, and there was I remember there was because it was last year around this time, so
Yeah.
Garba was happening. So a lot of people went to Garba one night, but
Right.
I couldn't go, because I'm like, I have to wake up at like 6 in the morning
Yeah.
to work,
Yeah.
But it all paid off when Aditya Chopra came up and told me, "Hey, I saw your work, Bhumit. Like, I am so glad to have you on board." So like, it all paid off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
a
win.
win.
That's
Yeah, that's a
win,
win.
bro. That's a
Yeah.
big win.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, slide me on my DM.
I know. I wouldn't think that he would actually know me because he would only talk to the main cast. I
Cast,
was
yeah.
the ensemble, dancer, singer, actor on the show. So and I was also brought on board a month later. So while everybody knew the show already, I had to learn everything by myself because everybody's busy doing their thing. So I mean, we had a choreographer and like assistant choreographer. They were busy also. Like teaching the actual cast. And
Right.
I was my role was as a swing. I was the only male swing, which means any male ensemble member gets hurt, like I would have to perform for them.
Right.
So I had to learn the entire show for 8 different people.
What?
Knowing eight different people's spots. On the show.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a 2.5 hour show. So it was a
Yeah.
lot of homework, a lot of learning.
Yeah.
Especially going into the show a month later. It was overwhelming at first, but then I had a lot of support from friends and
Right.
family, and then they're like, if anyone can do it, it's you. So I stuck around, and
Yeah.
it happened.
I'm glad you did, bro.
Yeah, and
That's
then-
awesome.
Yeah, I ended up performing. Most swings don't even get to perform, but I ended up performing at least 25 shows because somebody always kept getting hurt,
Hurt.
or like it was COVID
Exhausted
also.
or-
So if you get COVID, you're out for like 10 days.
Oh.
So yeah, it was. I'm glad after putting so much time, effort, I got to perform, at least 25
25.
shows.
Yeah.
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 I remember seeing pictures and stuff back then from San Diego. I thought you moved there. honestly.
I wish. I never thought about living anywhere else, but now I can see myself living in San Diego sometime in future.
Yeah.
It's a
I
fun
was-
city.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. I was like, if you really want this to be your future, I'm surprised you haven't made that move yet, because a lot
Or
of people
LA.
do, or like in California, or I've heard Atlanta is a
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just have I'm scared about like job security, I guess.
Right.
Because like all of us, like I don't come from a rich family.
Yeah.
And like in some way, like I have to kind of support my family and look after them also.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just like quit my job that pays me really well.
Right.
And that gives me all the flexibility to do all this stuff on the side.
Yeah.
It kind of I guess make my artist career like progress slower.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta play safe. I
Yeah.
don't have anything to fall back to besides the 401k that I whatever like collected in a few years.
But I see,
yeah.
like, Molly. You know Molly.
Yeah. She lives in San Diego.
Yeah, she lives in
Yeah.
San Diego. And she started dancing too. Like her Insta's stories
Yeah.
all about dancing. And I
Mhm.
see like there is a huge group as well, I believe.
Yeah, I met. I think the company she learns like Bollywood dance from. I met the owner of them too, and they're super sweet people.
Mhm.
And, like
Yeah.
they're the only one in San Diego, I think, because the like Indian like brown community is not as big, but whoever there is like they're really into dancing and Bollywood and stuff. So like it was cool to connect with them.
That-
Whenever I had time, I got a chance to hang out with them
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you guys collaborated for, I think, one of the.
Yeah, we try to
Short
do
reel or
reels
some-
here and there,
yeah, yeah.
some dance videos.
Right,
I think
right.
we made 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was not enough time to do more.
Because I see quite a lot of TikToks from all the dancers from LA. Like there
Mhm.
is a huge group.
Yeah,
as
LA is
well.
a huge scene
Yeah.
in dancing. Yeah.
And I don't know. I was like, I don't know if you ever got connected with one of those. I know New York also is pretty big.
Yeah, New
I'm
York
not
is
gonna lie.
big. So yeah, there are a lot of good dancers that I follow, or like I know some of them. they are from LA, so like they keep coming to New York back and forth, and like vice versa. Like New York friends are going to LA, and I see them collab all the time, which is cool. But like social media, like I don't know how. It's a lot of effort. Like you need to keep posting content like every single day. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't have the energy to do that. But like recently I started doing that with my singing. You know. So I kind of switch it between singing and dancing and stuff. So I try to post it every week. Let's see. The more
Yeah.
you post, the more famous you get. You know.
Yeah, because remember I reached out to you for a couple of kids who lives in Hatfield, and they also like
yeah.
a great
You told me.
dancer.
Yeah.
One of them also went to that whatever India contest. What is that?
India Got Talent.
India Got Talent.
Oh, really?
dancer. Yeah.
In India.
Yeah, in India.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he met Deepika, and I touched his hand, and I'm like,
He was happy with just that.
just touching it. I was like, yo. So they were like, so these two kids, one of them is in Broad Street Vatsa in Philly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I've heard. I mean, I
Yeah.
worked with them a long time ago.
Yeah.
So currently he goes to Temple, so he's doing dancing for them, and another one is just like you, very passionate about dancing. He's from Rajasthan. So they were trying to start their business, saying if in any event, if people wants to hire us as a dancer to choreograph your wedding event or engagement or whatever, but they also wanted to go out, like explore wherever. So that's why I was like, I know somebody who made it like more further than you guys. I can probably ask him and stuff.
Yeah, I think I
so-
remember sending you a few companies and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, I
right?
did,
So I
yeah.
hope that helped. But like anything comes around, and if we need more dancers, I can always, reach out to you.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
have
If
them
you
reach out
ever,
to me and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah. If you message me, I did tell them to reach out to you. But he's like, once I'm graduating from Temple, I'll work with him. That's
yeah,
what he says.
that's another thing. I think they live around here, right?
Yeah,
In
they
Philly,
live
and I'm
around
in New
here,
York
yeah.
City, so it's hard to like coordinate, I guess. But like if there's a weekend gig or something, they can come to.
Yeah, definitely. If you ever need somebody, I know they are great because
Yeah.
I seen them. Insanely crazy dancers to meet. Like just I'm
I
like,
take your word for it, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, how, bro? You are like so tiny, but look at the moves you make. But then he said, Deepika touched me, so I was like, makes sense. But
They performed at Mit's
Mit's
engagement.
wedding, yeah, they also
so they
performed.
not just choreography,
Uh-huh.
but they're also looking to perform at
Yeah.
weddings and engagement or whatever.
yeah, just like
They might-
There's so
Yeah.
many. Demand is crazy.
Yeah,
For that. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So living so close to New York, have you had an opportunity to? I don't know if you've heard. He's brown person, creative. Tej Patel. He's pretty famous.
Patel.
He's a
from Texas, right?
he's from Texas, but he lives in New York City right now. But
Uh-huh.
for your future project, if you want someone who's done a lot of big work,
Oh, he's big.
Reach out. Yeah, he's
Yeah, for sure.
he's done
Yeah,
music
I'll get
videos.
your-
He's worked with NFL players.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
he's
heard
from
of him.
Texas and he's Swaminarayan.
Okay.
And he made it too big.
Yeah.
Like I think started recording NFL videos, and then now he's recording rapper songs, like all this.
Oh, I thought he's a videographer.
Videographer.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
videographer.
perfect. I'm
Yeah.
always looking for new videographers.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But
And
I
I
think-
like his style. Like
Yeah.
some of the videos, if you see, it's very different, kind of different. Yeah, but
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah, he recently moved you, right? I follow him
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to
over
get the videographers, man. And if they're available, like they just charge you so much too.
there.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think I think Tej has to be, bro, the next level charge guy. 'Cause
I mean,
You
I
never know
understand.
because see, the problem is you always think you don't want to reach out, but it's always good to at least talk.
Yeah,
to
no,
them.
I completely
Yeah.
understand. It takes
Yeah.
a lot of effort and
Mhm.
time and creativity. So they should get paid,
Right.
what they charge. But like, it's good to have options
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
for sure, I know his work. I have seen it, and yeah, is really good for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about when you were in California and you were doing 9 to 5 and doing homework and all that, it brings me to that point. Like a lot of people think of all the athletes and sports players as just that. Like they don't think about behind the scenes of doing the homework part.
Right.
And I was just watching the documentary of Quarterback that got released on Netflix.
Mhm.
They talk about the same thing. Like what you see on the field is maybe, I don't know, 10%.
10%. Yeah, not even, man.
Yeah. So all the homeworks, like it's not just for athletes, all the creatives, all the everybody else might be actor, singer, whoever it
Yeah.
might be, but it goes so much goes into it before
For sure.
what you see. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's for any field, I would say, right?
Right.
Like we only notice it when they get some kind of success,
Mhm.
but like we don't see the hard work they put in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
for how many years?
Right. So again, in the beginning, you said you started out copying, or not copying, but yeah, copying Hrithik Roshan and Salman Khan's dance. So they were your inspiration to get into, or was there someone before them who inspired you
I
to get
guess-
into dancing?
I guess they were my inspiration. Like, because like I'm a '90s kid. I don't know about you guys.
Right. Yeah,
Same.
90s
Same.
kids. Yeah.
So like when we were growing up, like Salman Khan was like the cool guy in
Yeah.
Bollywood, in '90s.
Yeah.
And so I used to copy his moves, oh Jana Jana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, exactly. So like I used to do that in front of the mirror,
Right.
like shirtless too, like skinny little 10-year-old boy. So then I remember when I think I was 10 or 11,
Yeah.
Kohana Pyar Hai came out.
Yeah.
And then we all saw Hrithik
Oh,
Roshan, and
yeah.
like we're like, holy shit, this guy's amazing! Like the way he moves,
Yeah.
he's got muscles. Like
Right.
it was just like a ideal guy to like follow if you want to be in Bollywood.
Right.
Like, So then I started copying, like Ik Pal Ka Jeena. So yeah, I think I guess in a way you could say that they were my inspiration to like get into dancing and
Yeah.
the whole like Bollywood side.
Yeah.
I thought it's cool to like be able to dance like them or look like them or like So I guess
Yeah.
they're my inspiration.
So same reason why you got into working out. I know he mentioned you guys used to work out together.
Yeah,
The same, just wanted not look skinny in the mirror.
Yeah, I guess I'm telling you, I was like super skinny, like 100-pound, when I
Yeah.
was in like middle school and high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you see all those stars, and Salman Khan was like the biggest inspiration
yeah.
for
Muscular
anybody who
guy
wanted
back
to
in-
like work out
yeah.
back in the day, right? So I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like it's it's cool to look buff. Like you have to have big arms and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I started working. I remember when I was a kid, my mama, he made a dumbbell out of those two matkes,
Yeah.
two chote matkes, and like a stick, just like a
Yeah.
strong stick,
Yeah.
and with like cement.
Cement.
Yeah.
So I remember like every time I went to mama's house,
Yeah.
I was super young. I was like maybe like 10, 11. I always saw that on like the terrace,
Yeah.
and no one's using it. So one day, like me and my cousin, we were like, let's go on a mission. So we took our bicycle, like from my house to my mama's house, which is like at least like 40-minute bicycle,
Yeah.
actually more. So we biked there, like, on bicycle. And then we stole that dumbbell. We brought it back to my place. My mama has no idea. He probably just forgot about it too.
Yeah.
And then it was heavy. It was
Yeah.
like at least like 30 pounds, just one dumbbell. And I used to work out with that dumbbell, whatever the way I could,
Yeah.
whatever I've seen like on TV and whatnot. So I guess I started, the working out craze started, very young age. And then I couldn't go to any gym because like we didn't have that many options.
Right.
I guess growing up in India, I also come from like very small town in Gujarat.
Mhm.
So then after moving here, like, there's a whole ass gym in high school, like you don't have to go anywhere. And it was also tough to make friends when I moved here because I don't know any English.
Yeah.
And like when you come in high school,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
they already have friend circle, right?
Mhm.
No one's gonna accept you in their circle, especially when you're like this weird foreign kid that, and I also went to Hadbro Horsham. There's like no Indian people. There's like 3 Indian people. One of them is my cousin. And he's in 9th grade while I'm in like 10th or 11th.
Right.
And the other one was this Indian girl
Mhm.
who's born here, super whitewashed.
Yeah.
So never talked to me. So my friends were only either this 2 Pakistani girls
Yeah.
who were just like me, and a bunch of Korean kids
Yeah.
who were just like me too. So we all met in ESL class,
Yes,
English
yeah,
as a
yeah.
second language,
Same story here.
So yeah.
I think majority.
So we can
on-
all relate,
On
right?
to- yeah.
uh,
So so then what happened was the gym class, I loved it. So I used to like work out, and I was very passionate about it. So I used to ask my teacher, his name is Mr. Sanderson or Mr. Anderson. Like I still remember this buff guy. He looks like the Rock Dwayne Johnson, and a bald guy. And I'm like, one day I remember he asked me, he's like, so what's your goal? You're working out so much. What's your goal? I'm a skinny little guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to look like you. And he was like, oh, I'm sure you like look like me. He was like 40 plus, right?
Mhm.
Tall, buff guy. And he's like, okay, then why don't you start working out with the football team,
Mhm.
after school? Like, because gym is like once or twice a week. It's not, gym class.
Right.
It's not enough. So he's like, the football team works out like 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days a week after school, right after school, like for 1 hour before their training. So then I started working out with the team. So, I started talking to the football players, and I guess I started hanging out with them. And so that made me a little bit cooler, I guess. So I started making more friends that way. So I'm like, oh, working out is, there's something great coming out of it for me. It's it's beneficial. So then I kept doing it for like the entire junior year. Then I continued in my senior year, and then I remember going to India like after high school. And all of my cousins in India were like, holy shit, who is this guy? Like, I had only gained like 20 pounds of muscle, but like I looked so much different than when I came here,
Yeah.
So they were just like all shocked. I'm like, holy shit, this feels great, people can notice you now. Then ever since then, it's been just a lifestyle now.
Right.
Because I remember in Monco when I met him, I was into workout too, and he took me to one of the gym that I did not know existed in Monco, by the way.
Yeah, it was like in a basement, right?
Yeah, somewhere like farther. I was like, bro, this is not the right way. But then he took me to the locker room. I'm like, okay, there is something here. But I remember working out with him, and then you moved to Penn State, right?
Yeah,
After that,
I moved to Penn
went to
State,
Temple and stuff. But that's how we met there. But you probably know many people from Monco, like Mehul, Viraj, and
I know
all
so
of
many
that.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you said you played cricket with these guys, I came in the scene kind of late. I think maybe I missed you probably maybe by a year or two.
Yeah, I think when did we play? It was
2010, 11?
Yeah, right around Monco time, I
Yeah,
guess.
Monco time, I remember.
You played for Tiranga.
I played for Tiranga.
In Ben Salam?
Ben Salam.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I used to play for them.
Yeah, but then you
So-
also played for Stumpers too.
I think so.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And
But
what
then he
was
also
the-
played for Lausanne.
Yeah.
He was part of Lausanne 11.
He was the captain.
That was a B team, right?
B team.
Oh, yeah, I
Remember
remember
with
that.
Sagar Bowser? We went to Jersey.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
You also bought a bike. What happened to that? You sold it?
I sold it. Yeah, this was in college. I bought a bike, and then I took it to Penn State, like 3 hours away, and it was fun time. I mean, having a motorcycle in college with when you were young and you just trying to impress girls
Cool
and
as
stuff.
hell.
It was a cool thing to have. But then that's the only money I had, which I spent everything. So when I graduated, I had to sell it and get a used car, so I can go work. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
But I had recently when I went to San Diego for the DLJ show. So one of my family friend who lives in San Diego, he's like settled there for many years now. He has a Ducati. So and he's like, oh, it's just sitting in my garage. So while you're here, why don't you keep it? So I kept his motorcycle for like 3 months in my hotel garage, and anytime I got a chance, so I used to just ride it, by the San Diego beach, cliffs and stuff like it. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's so kind of him to like
Yeah.
let me
Let
keep
you-
the
Because I
motorcycle.
remember you bring the red Ninja, right? Was
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
to a
Red
cricket
Ninja.
ground one time, and I'm like, okay, you making moves. I see you. I see you. So,
Yeah.
but that's awesome, man. The good old memories. And he used to bowl, but he used to run from 30 yards or even further. Like he used to, like when you're batting, you're like, okay, you start running outside or down.
I guess that's what made me skinny. Yeah, all that running.
So
but
did-
then he also had a good pace.
Yeah.
I remember.
Did you stop cricket because of dancing and music, or you just lost interest?
No,
Over
I
time.
would love to play cricket, but I just didn't have enough time, And like I know that I wanted to like dance and sing more, I wanted to bring that side of me out more, because I feel like growing up I always suppressed that side of me, because it just either we don't have a support from family or like it wasn't like manly enough, back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but I always loved that side of me, and I grew up playing cricket like from day one, from India to now, here, like that's the only sport I played.
Yeah.
So like even in India, I remember like in my village there we had like 2 teams, A and B. But I was not part of the lesson team. I was part of the
A team.
Yeah, the A team, the cool team. And everybody in that team, they were older.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest. I was the youngest 12-year-old in that A team, because I used to bowl again like fast pace, and I never dropped a catch in my life. So like if somebody hit the ball on me, like towards my direction, they would the batsman would just start walking. Because they're like, oh, he's not gonna drop the catch. So because of that fielding and stuff like that, they used to keep me in the A team. So I've always loved playing cricket. But then I didn't see myself going further in cricket. But I wanted to bring the artist side of me a little more. So then I started working towards that. But yeah, I would love to just play like a friendly game once in a while.
Yeah.
Come through, man. Anytime Friday evening, if you're in Lansdale next summer, come through
Yeah, for
practice.
sure, for sure.
It'll be fun. We practice every Friday usually, unless it rains. Usually it rains.
Do you guys practice indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
during summer outdoor.
Summer,
otherwise, yeah, winter is
winter indoor. But like
There's
if you're in Lansdale, and just shoot me a text, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
for sure.
we're definitely like practicing. I'll let you know that
Okay.
if you're here, come through and just hang out.
I think last time I touched a bat was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was indoor practice, net practice in New Jersey somewhere that my cousin took me. He's part of some team in New Jersey. And he took me and I played, I was batting and I was like, oh, I still have it. Like, I would love to play. But,
Muscle
you know,
memory kicks in. Man.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how.
I couldn't bowl though.
Oh, you couldn't?
No, because like I don't know. I guess I need more practice with
Yeah.
that. You know? The first ball I throw, it went over the head straight. I'm like, oh, too much power. No. So I know I would definitely need to practice.
But
with
I
that.
still remember your bowling, bro. It was you used to run from too far. I remember one time we were playing a ECG ground. You probably forgot in college, but you bring us a victory. I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
But he went to batting and he hit like back-to-back couple sixes, and I think we won that game. I still remember that game for sure.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you that ground is not that big.
Oh,
And then he bowls from so far. It looks like he's coming all the way from the boundary
Yeah.
while you're batting. And he's like, tick, 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 like Sohaib Akhtar type, you know. So good times, man. That's why I bring the cricket ball here. For you.
I know. Brings back a lot of memories, you know.
I saw it today laying around. I was like, let me put it here. That's how actually it started, right? But that was funny. He's like, I wasn't part of lesson.
That was the best team he played for. So I don't know if you remember. So he was standing at point. I think you stopped playing cricket. You haven't played cricket for 2 years, and then you
Yeah. I think
we-
this was right after Penn State
Yeah,
main campus. So
yeah.
like I didn't play for like 2+ years, and then I came back. Yeah.
And we just called you, and you're like, I don't know what to do. So you
Yeah.
bowled decent, you bowled
Yeah.
well, but like fielding, we remember you were at point, you dove to your right, you actually caught the ball, and you hurt yourself. And I think after that,
I
right
remember
after that, you said, I'm done with cricket. And
I remember that.
that was
Yep.
your last team was Lussan, so you can't forget that.
I know. The Lawson team.
Because he was the captain. I don't know if
Oh
you know.
yeah, of course, yeah.
We gathered that team like no one's business. It could be a movie, like how many retired players came back to play and then
Yeah.
retired saying, nope, can't do this anymore.
Because I remember the A team was like too good, right?
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, they were
it was-
winning all the competition. I mean, all the championships and stuff.
We won in
Yeah.
13. This year we could have won, but the luck wasn't in our favor, I guess.
Are people still playing for this?
Yeah, everybody's
Oh.
still play. I play
Mostly same
Arpit, Arpan, Jatis.
Uh-huh.
You met all of them.
I know all
probably.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah, they all still.
I'm sure they all
yeah.
they're all married and kids and stuff. but,
Almost everyone
Right.
on their way to have kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are like we are 30, right?
Of course, yeah,
32
yeah.
maybe.
like, right time. Yeah,
Right
32.
time,
Yeah.
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 Around same. We all are around same time beside you. I don't know what you 36.
34.
Oh,
We'll be 34 soon.
34 soon.
Yeah.
So you
We're all the
Arpit
same.
all 34?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen those guys in years. Like, I'm glad I'm getting to see you guys through
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah. They'll
Yeah.
probably see you through this. They probably
hope so.
remember you. We do talk about you sometime in the
Yeah.
group because you post
hope it's a
dance and
good thing.
stuff. So but like this guy's trending, man. I'll probably post your things. Like if you bro, just give a shout out. We'll do it every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sending my videos to you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please
yeah.
do. Like there is no
100%.
like I always. Usually I don't do it because I thought like we've been talking that long and I was like that'd be awkward just to share. But usually I like to like my friend reach out or if I see them doing something new like a business
hey,
or
share it
something.
away, man.
Yeah, it takes just one click, bro. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen? Another 300 people in my list gonna see one of them gonna click or 10 of them
Yeah.
gonna click and will follow you and that's how it works. I usually encourage people to do that, but depends how tight you are with people. Sometimes be like, what the fuck? Like if a random video, I'll be like, here you go.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna start sending my videos to you guys.
Yeah,
Do it.
do it, man. Anytime. Like he also does photography, like I said, for weddings and all the
Just
events,
portraits and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Man, I
our-
needed a photographer like a week ago, and I
Sure.
couldn't find one. It was well, it wasn't like a wedding. It was my nephew's first birthday.
Okay.
And my
Yeah.
sister wanted a photographer, and I couldn't
Right.
find anybody at the last minute.
Mhm.
And I wish I knew you then.
Yeah.
and
Both
then-
of us. Yeah. Both of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot
photography.
of small events and then he
Okay.
does the weddings.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, this is good to know. 'Cause
Yep.
I recently started my business as well. not photography, but it's like more DJ, like performing arts, something like that. A company is called Boombox. You can connect the dots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, that's how it works. Like, he
Yeah.
goes to a lot of events. He can pass the cards around,
Cards,
names
yeah.
around.
For
like,
sure.
Because I know, like,
Man, I wish I brought cards now. Like, but I'll send a link to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
definitely.
like, what does Boombox do? Like music, live
Everything.
music,
Live music, dancing, DJ, all of that. Yeah, MCing.
emceeing.
Yeah,
Oh,
all of that.
shoot,
All the
okay.
entertainment
Yeah.
aspect. Yeah.
Like just you or you have a bunch of people.
It's just me right now and my other friend, so just two
Gotcha.
of us. But we can have you guys on board as a photographer.
Definitely.
Definitely, man. That sounds like a plan. And now he has a friend. He works for Ronak Amin. He's also a videographer, wedding videographer, videography.
It's
he
a
does.
great business to be in.
Yeah.
It's always busy.
Yeah.
He was our guest like 2 weeks ago, and he had a great stories from his experience. Him and his wife do. He does like almost 50 weddings a year.
That's
So,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last
So-
year was exhausting.
So like more people, if you
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like if you just reach out or anything like that, words will pass around and you will get more
For sure,
connection. Yeah.
That's the best way to go about it too.
Yeah.
Like, when
Yeah.
people, somebody like a friend that tell you,
Yeah.
you're gonna take
Yeah.
them over like the people you find on online or something.
Right,
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
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 So that's why I was like, I say you say that you look for videographer and photographer and stuff.
Oh,
so
that's-
maybe
this
the
is great.
connection will build up and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
word passing around may help people.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Because I know I see him all the time. He shares Ronak Amin's video all the time. Every post, I think, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Because I watch it on his, like, I follow him, so I see it on his page, and then I see his stories, and I'm like, okay.
Because he probably shot half of it.
Yeah, then I go to TikTok and I watch it again.
And I got a friends with him. I got to be friends with him, so I share my stuff like that too.
Yeah, every time, bro.
Yeah, he's really good at
Yeah,
sharing.
he's good, very good at sharing. I do it too. Like as soon as I find out, like business, my buddy's doing it. They
You gotta
tryna
support
grow.
your friends,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
always. So it'd be a good way to start, man.
Yep. So you said you had an opportunity to work out with football players. That sport never caught your attention. That I
Not
want to try
really.
this.
I only worked out with them. I never like trained with them,
Gotcha.
for football.
Mm-hmm.
Once or twice I did, and I was good at like as a receiver, because
Right.
like I said, I've never dropped a ball, when I used to play cricket. So I was good at receiver, but then I feel like I wasn't big enough. I was a
Gotcha.
very skinny little guy. So my family always scared me. Like
Yeah.
when we moved here, we moved to my mama's house in Horsham.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, he's like, play any sport, but not football. Like you don't want to injure yourself from like now on and have like a permanent damage, somewhere.
Yeah.
So I never like got too much into it, but I liked just hanging out with the team and like working out in the gym and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you follow NFL?
I do not.
Okay.
Like that's one thing I wish I followed from the beginning,
Yeah.
because now I try to get into it, but like it just it doesn't phase me anymore.
Right.
Like I see my friends, even I have a lot of dancer friends who are like into NFL, NBA, like they know the players, and like when we go to bars, they watch the games and
Yeah.
like talk about it. I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I knew more. So that's the only one thing I'm like. I'm a very sporty guy, but I didn't follow through.
Watch,
Like
yeah.
I only even cricket. I only know about like old players.
Mhm.
I don't know who the fuck is now. Like there's new players.
I mean, your passion change, right?
yeah.
I understand where you like now. If I ask you about some dancer in Bali,
yeah.
you'll be like, yo,
Yeah.
this.
I'll tell you everything.
Yeah. So it is.
Yeah, I guess.
Nothing is like you don't know. It's just
Yeah,
your
just
passion change, and you are
right.
more focused on something that's more important to
Right,
you. Because
yeah.
us three like into football.
Yeah.
All of us. So we can talk like all day, 24 hours, and argue with each other. Like on that note, did you guys see the news last week? What happened at the Patriots game? A Miami fan punched the Patriots guy. He died
What?
Oh, wow.
in the stadium.
Wow.
A
See, this
fan
is a
punched
big,
another fan.
Yeah. So during the game, 54-year-old guy, Dan. His name was Dan. He went to watch game with his two kids or one kid, and he was 30-year ticket holder for Patriots. And he got into the argument with the Miami fan. So during the game, he got punched. Then he was alive. He sit down. That's what I read. I don't know how true this is on Twitter, and then he never woke up. He just died.
Miami people are ratchet, man. Yeah, but that's sad.
And that is insane to me. Like,
Yeah.
So
Freaking
yeah.
punch.
But that's how NFL works. So you
That is
you
crazy.
caught up. In case next time somebody's talking, be like, yo, did you hear this?
Well, this is a good story. I'll tell the people. I know football. I know somebody who died in the audience. That's it.
At Gillette Stadium in Boston, New England,
And somehow Eagles fans are the worst.
I did go to the game that when we won Super Bowl. Wow.
You
Was
went
that-
to
you were
the
there?
game?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to the game. I
Oh.
was in Philly.
Gotcha.
So
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
into that madness,
Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah, it was
The
a couple
city
years
was
back.
mad.
It was like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
year was it? I don't remember.
17.
17, yeah. So I was in New York City when that happened.
Mhm.
And then we all came out of the bar. I remember I went to Ladder or something, the bar called Ladder. And it was insane. They were flipping cars. I'm like, we won, like, why are you mad? They were just so excited. They started like climbing the pole and stuff, Yeah.
Every city does that.
Nah, nobody
Yeah.
does
No,
that.
I think Philly, they're a little crazier. Yeah, they're a little
Look at this
crazier.
guy. He's not even into NFL, bro.
Yeah.
That's why he thinks it's crazy.
I was there and I couldn't get out of the city until like 5 a.m. because of the
Yeah.
traffic and people were just not moving from the street.
Mhm.
And I remember last year, or was it the year before, we lost in
Last year.
because
Super Bowl.
it's-
Last
yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm glad we lost because they would have burned the city down,
That time city was ready.
Yeah, I think we were
Yeah. But
the-
talking same thing. We might today see the city might burn down if we win.
Yeah.
Like,
Funny you said that because the 17 we were watching at friend's house
Uh-huh.
right after I drove to Philly after the game
Oh, wow.
to celebrate, and then I went to the parade as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice. I think that the parade's nice.
Parade
not,
was fun.
Not the
was
chaos
That-
right after the
yeah,
win,
yeah.
Yeah. But
$3 million they spend after parade to clean the streets.
Oh, wow.
That's insane to
Yeah.
me.
I guess that's just one way to clean Philadelphia.
One way to do it.
yeah,
Yeah. And a
otherwise-
win.
Yeah.
A win NFL.
Otherwise, it's gonna stay dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. I feel like every 5 years a team should win
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
to
every
keep it
5
relevant.
years.
Yeah,
Not the Eagles, bro.
They'll
You
be
don't,
back this
you don't
year.
like Eagles?
I like Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he likes
rivals
Steelers.
here.
And he
I'm
likes
a Steelers
Steelers.
fan.
Steelers fan.
We all
I
like
like
different
Eagles.
teams.
So you can see how the argument goes on this table.
Anybody like New York Giants? I mean, I don't either, but like I think didn't they win last weekend or something?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
won.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
against
1-1.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're 1-1.
Yeah. Maybe City goes crazy when they win.
No one got crazy.
got crazy.
I don't think that people care about it. I just I'm just trying to like pitch into the NFL
Yeah.
conversation because I'm like, oh, I saw they won.
York
Yeah.
But the thing with New York is they have won so much, like different sports. Like their basketball team is really good. Their baseball team is
obviously.
really good. The
Alright.
football, like Giants are good. They've won like 3 Super Bowls now,
Yeah.
3 or 4 Super Bowls. So
New York has 3 football team, bro.
Yeah.
Jets,
too many.
Giants, and Buffalo.
Buffalo
It's-
don't count. That's like a different
far.
country. Yeah, that's a different state.
But people say the best New York team is the Buffalo.
Right now.
yeah,
But yeah,
and they're 1-1 too, right?
Yeah.
but you
No.
should come through, man. If you, I don't know if I know you're not too much into NFL, but every Super Bowl,
No, I still watch the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
so
have a big
Super
party.
Bowl,
If you're
like
in
we
the
usually
town,
have a big
okay.
party, and if
Yeah.
you're in town, like in the Lansdale area,
Yeah.
definitely stop by. You'll have a good time, like
Funny enough, this year we held a Super Bowl party at my apartment actually, because like me and my girlfriend, like our friends are into NFL and
Right.
stuff. So like we just hosted everybody and got some drinks and food and like they loved watching the game.
Yeah.
And it was Eagles, right?
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, but like I didn't know any player's name obviously, but it's okay. It's fun to watch. Yeah,
It
Yeah.
is.
So about
It's
the
more
party.
like a time with
Get
the good
together,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, it's. But once you get into it, it is kind of addicted to me. That's what I think, because before I was just like, and then once I got into it, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this is like too
Yeah.
good. Too
Yeah.
I
much
think
fun.
any sport is like that though.
It is,
Once you
yeah.
really, really get into it, like
Mhm.
then
Plus,
you really get into it. Yeah.
You know what got me into it? You should start playing fantasy, bro. That will make you just go at it.
I don't know.
It's the time. He
Yeah, it's
doesn't
a
have.
time. Yeah, I feel like I barely get time to like riyaz, practice. I sing and I take classes, and my teacher yells at me every time we sit down because like I'm supposed to practice at least 30 minutes a day,
Mhm.
and it's so even you think 30 minutes is nothing, but it is so hard to get that 30 minutes. So
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Because you want some downtime as well. not
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
work. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you think you don't have enough time, get yourself a dog too.
Oh no! Oh no! I remember I had to. We had to dog sit my girlfriend's parents' dog for a week, and dude, it's a kid.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna fall. She followed me everywhere I went in the apartment, and like you don't want to, it's so cute. Like you don't want to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so like I feel like if I got a dog, I would not do anything. I would just sit with the dog and be like, oh, what do you need? What do you need? Like, yeah. So I don't think I need that right now. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm just adding, something in case you're looking for, and now you're bored with something. Dog is
Nah.
already
If you want to be more busy, if you need,
Nah, I'll
he's,
just
he's
go-
gonna need like 48 hours in a day. And somehow the sun's gonna slow down, or Earth's gonna have to slow down.
Yep.
Are you ever planning to move back to land still? Or
No, man.
this
Like every time I come back here, it just it's too quiet for me now.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm so used to that city, hustle bustle now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't live in the city also. Like, I'm in Jersey City. I'm a little bit outside, and I'm in the quiet part. I'm right next to the Liberty State Park, if you guys know.
Yeah.
where that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a little quieter
Mm-hmm.
because I need the quiet also because I record my music from home. So,
Mhm.
I can't live in like city where there's like ambulance and police cars going all the time. So it's nice, but I like the convenience of be able to go into city within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Either like driving or train or whatever,
Mhm.
So I don't think I can do that from here.
Yeah.
So, and I go into city at least like 2-3 times a week for
Mm.
like shows, rehearsals, gigs, whatnot. So, I don't think I'll be moving back
Yeah,
anytime
man,
soon.
I think once you get the city life and you got addicted to it, I don't think so people can move back to suburb.
Yeah, it's the
'Cause-
work, right?
yeah.
It's not even the addiction, but like
And do you work
I don't
from
go
home?
out. I don't go out and party as much, but like it's just the work, I guess.
Yeah.
Being able to go into a city for work.
Right.
Would you go back, like go into Hollywood if you given a chance, or would you like to stay in Hindi Bollywood style?
I think I like the Bollywood side. Like I love the meaning that we have in our music.
Mhm.
I'm learning like classical music right now. Hindustani classical, and I just love the history behind it and stuff. So I think it's very rich, and I want to be good in my own culture first, and like own language first,
Mhm.
before I step out anywhere else. But if there's like a small acting opportunity or dancing opportunity, I would definitely take it. In Hollywood.
You do modeling, bro? You should. if you,
I'm not a model, but recently, last New York Week Fashion, this Bangladeshi designer, Majid Desire, that's his company. He reached out to me because I met him in a dance class, and he's like, "Oh, you're a good dancer, but like, you also have whatever, like you can walk the ramp. I'm not tall, but he's like, you're fine because I design Indian, not Indian, like Desi outfits. So he's like, would you like to walk for me? And I did it, and it was a great time. I didn't think the show would go this smooth, but I had a great time. I loved meeting new people. So I did it, and then he invited me to a Miami show over the summer, and it was like modeling / dancing. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And it was a free trip to Miami. So I took it. So I guess I have done few modeling gigs now.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Telling you guys one more time.
Yeah, this we shot a wedding who does modeling again. Like most of us, his side hustle is modeling, and he has a full-time job.
Uh-huh.
Indian. We shot his wedding in Cancun, and he was so into all the majority of the time it's the bride who wants everything done for the photos and video, but this time it was the groom who wanted everything done properly.
Yeah,
But
that's
it was
good.
fun.
Man.
Yeah.
Given a chance, would you move back to India if you get a chance to work in Bollywood, Mumbai?
Not permanently, but for work,
Work.
yeah, I think I
Project
would.
or two, yeah.
Project, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
India scares me.
That's too much of hustle and bustle.
yeah, definitely. It scares me. Like I grew up, I was born in India, but like I would be lost, if I didn't know people there.
Yeah.
Like I have some friends from Penn State who moved back to Mumbai, because family businesses and whatnot. And these are like rich people, they
Yeah.
know people and they're like, oh, why don't you move here? We can introduce you to blah, 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 so and so. But like, I'm like, it's still scary, man. And I have family. I think I'm attached to my family a lot.
Mhm.
So even though I live like 2 hours away, I see them at least once or twice a month. So if I move to India, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And now with social media, I guess, we can showcase our art.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
So, yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to be in a
Yeah.
specific
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
You'll get caught one day.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you should collab with a lot of dancer on TikTok, bro, if you can.
Yeah,
Because-
my game on TikTok is kind of weak. Like I started posting a lot, but I don't have that many followers, I would say. But I guess the game is to keep
Like you said,
posting,
yeah, if you
posting.
keep posting, you
Yeah.
gain. Because I know some of the dancers that they usually pop up on my For You page, and
Mhm.
I remember seeing like 1,000 followers, 10,000. Now they
Yeah.
are in like 100,000.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like but then again, they are their dance always on that big room where everybody's like behind you and you're just performing.
Yeah.
There's a cameraman recording nicely.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
dance classes.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
yeah,
dance
yeah.
classes. Those are the
Yeah.
videos they keep
Yeah,
posting and
posting,
posting,
right.
like, you know. So I think that's get them a lot of views,
Yeah.
and
Are you-
they made it.
Are you part of any studios?
No, I'm not a part of any studios now. With recording or in dancing.
Just dancing. Yeah,
Dancing, no. So I go to dance classes, like a bunch of my friends who are choreographers and teachers in New York City. So I go to their dance classes and I try to post, whatever videos I get from their classes. But no, recently I've been only going to like maybe once or twice a month or so.
Mhm.
It also gets hectic, because there's so much going on. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? Like, because if my focus is singing, and then I should riyaz and do more in like song production stuff.
Mhm.
And these classes also add up money wise. You gotta pay, and like it's a time commitment also. So recently I haven't been dancing as much, but I need to keep training myself. So I try to go at least once or twice a month.
Right. So you had like a story for how you got into dancing. What got you into singing then?
Good question. So singing, I feel like I was always surrounded by music my whole life. So going back to my childhood, my mom and dad used to sing bhajan and garba and stuff in our time. And it's Ganesh Chaturthi, right?
Right,
So like
right.
my dad would, if we were in India, my dad would be singing bhajan every day.
Yeah.
So and then him and my late uncle, they were so talented, bhajan artists. So people from other village and town used to call them, for their events. So I used to go with them, and I don't know if you guys know, but those small manjiras.
Yeah.
So I used to play that. I had my dad had a mini one just for my small hands,
Right.
So I've always been surrounded by like performing artists, I guess,
Mhm.
like people used to watch my uncle and my dad, like, oh, these guys are great, and I love that feeling in people's eyes, that entertainment can bring so much joy
Mm-hmm.
to like other people. People are not even part of they're just listening to you and watching you, and like in India, life is tough, like especially in villages, like people are tired, they're working their entire day, like and then just sit down for like an hour or two listening to somebody else sing or like perform and brings them peace. It's a great feeling, I feel like. So I've always been surrounded by in that environment. And my mom used to listen to all these Bollywood songs, in the 90s. And I still remember we had this small, like a tape recorder. And we used to have the cassette.
Yeah.
So, like every time the cassette would get stuck, she used to like take it out and, rewind it with
With the
pencil.
pen.
So I've seen it a few times. And then I started doing that for my mom. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. She'll be cooking, or like we had a convenience store. She'd be always working,
Yeah.
but music on the side. So I feel like I've always, I grew up with like a lot of music around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a bathroom singer since I was, I could talk. And my neighbors used to be like, oh, like, Bhumit's singing this song today. Like, and they used to be like, oh, you're such a good singer. So I'm like, why not, do more about it? And then
Pursue it, yeah.
what happened was when I was touring with Bollywood Boulevard, this show called Bollywood Boulevard. So I mentioned earlier that we toured for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was touring as a dancer with them. And then during tech rehearsals, I used to play around with the microphone and it was just sing in like an empty auditorium. And then our music producer heard me a few times, and he's like, "Oh, like you have a good voice. Why don't you train? And you could be a good singer." And then I remember we were going on a tour, like a 2 months tour, and then the COVID happened, and all those tours got canceled.
Ah, man.
So then we're all in the house, bored, don't know what to do. And then my teacher reached out to me again. Not teacher. He was just a music producer friend, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you start learning singing now?"
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "Okay, I should start taking classes." So I started taking classes, classical music, and then I started learning from the same music producer. He teaches also. He's in India, Ahmedabad. So we started doing some Zoom classes, and then it's been 3+ years, and we're still taking classes together.
Wow.
So I give my singing credit to him for sure. Like, whatever I know is all I learned from him. His
Right.
name is Rushi Wakil. He's a very talented tabla player and, musician.
Yeah.
Din, din, da.
So that's my singing,
Singing story.
That's
story.
an awesome
Yeah.
story, bro. I got into that story. I was like, yeah, boy,
Yeah.
go at it. Love it, man. Love it. Boy story has a very powerful meaning, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I hope you succeed, either or even modeling or acting.
Focus is singing and dancing only, but whatever comes with it.
Whatever comes, man. I see you passionate about it. Like, I see passion in you. So and you've been my friend for a long time. I'm just hoping success for you. That's all I'm
Thank you.
gonna say. Yeah.
Do you
So-
see your end goal being like an actor, like in acting, or do you want to stay more music and
More
singing?
music side, I would say. And if acting happens, sure, because I like being on front of the
Mhm.
camera. But I think a main focus right now is to be just like a performing artist. I would love to have a couple of my songs out, and then be able to like tour or like just perform live somewhere in a restaurant. I don't care, how big
Yeah.
is the audience.
Yeah.
But I just love performing live. So anyone looking for a live gig, let me know.
Yeah. Do you enjoy writing part of it?
I do. I don't think I'm good at it because I don't think I read a lot of books growing up. So
Yeah.
you need to be in order to be a good writer. I feel like you need to
Have
Read a
read
lot.
a lot.
Read
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
So I did try my hand at writing.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm gonna show that to anybody yet. But I have a couple of friends who are really good writers.
Yeah.
So my first original actually was written by this friend from the community. His name is Tushar Patel. He's a very talented mimicry artist and a writer. So he wrote my first original song called Ye Raah Hai, and we produced it during COVID. Like everything happens on Zoom calls. We never met, and we created an original song
Right,
during
right.
COVID.
It's awesome.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Do tag us.
I will send you
So,
the
so
link
we'll
too.
repost it
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
no, I
you know,
will,
like,
I will
you
send you
know.
the song. It's
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
Ye Raah Hai by Valsad Vox, and
Yeah.
the artist is me, Bumit.
I'll be happy to give you a shout out every time, bro.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Yeah.
just hide my name, but tag me. So
Sure, I will.
or tag him. We
Yeah,
all got
for
the
sure.
pages and stuff. So
We're from same town, from India. I'm from Walsad as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah. I was
Holy
gonna
shit.
when I saw the Walsad walks, I was going to ask you, and I completely forgot. And I was gonna ask you right now.
Yeah.
I think we're from same town.
Wow,
Yeah.
I had
think
no
we went to
idea.
same school as well. Did you go
Whoa,
to St.
bro.
Rajaj?
Is it
Oh
same
my
parents?
god, how did I not know? You went to Seth RJJ?
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah, that's where I went.
look at us bringing two old friends together.
I don't
I
think
know.
we met in India, but yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 33.
So you could have gone
Yeah.
at the same
We-
time.
Maybe a
Could be,
year
yeah.
ahead.
So when did you move to the United States?
2003.
I moved in
Yeah.
five or six.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we
Yeah.
could have known
I know
each other.
We could be in same. I don't know. Like so,
Yeah.
I know on your Instagram and Facebook you're a friend with my cousin.
Okay.
That's how I know that.
Who's your cousin?
Unnati?
Oh yeah, I know her.
yeah,
She was
Unnati is
in
a-
my grade. Like we
There's
well,
like
until
3 classes.
7th.
Yeah.
Until 7th, we were in the same grade, I think. But I don't think she knew that I existed. I don't think I talked to any girls in India.
I mean, it's hard to like and sit like
Yeah.
they had 3 classes like
And then-
go.
Yeah,
like,
right.
There's 3 separate ones for
And
one
from
grade. Yeah.
eighth grade, I remember like you get separated into like depending on your grades and your line. I was in all boys class from 8 to 9 because of I took the science line, the technical line, whatever, and then all the smart girls would put into like one like A grade. And I think I remember she was in the A grade because we used to see each other at tuition.
Mm.
You know, like you probably remember a Sonal teacher.
Yes.
Holy shit! This is bringing back like childhood memories now. Yeah, I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Holy shit! Yeah.
I swear to God. He
Yeah.
did not tell us anything like this before you pull up
Wow.
here.
Yeah.
He
And
just
I've
dropped
known you
that
for
bomb.
so long too, and then we never talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You less than 11.
I know.
He
He
broke
was
his
your
hand, so he never came.
That
He
was
broke his
one-
arm, so he
I
never
know.
came back.
We never got to know each other.
Yeah.
Well, wow.
But that was
That's
pretty
interesting.
awesome. Awesome for us too.
You should
I-
tell. You should tell Unnati and them. I guess that
Yeah.
we do this.
Yeah. As you were, going one after another, I was like, you were about to say, you remember same parents, bro. We were separated in one of the mela.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. What
Yeah,
are
man,
your
high
thoughts?
school
Are
in
you
India
into
was
politics?
What was that?
Are you into politics?
Politics? Not really.
Not really.
Well, I do follow it, just
To know what's happening.
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
I don't like get too much into it.
Mm.
I do vote, you know.
Yeah.
That's
a
a
good
good
way to live.
citizen. That's a good citizen right there. If you vote, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
So you can complain afterwards.
Exactly.
That's the only reason you vote, right?
I
So you
vote.
can
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. No, that's,
Somebody's
that's the
like, "Why
thing.
you complaining?" Be like, "Bitch, I voted."
Yeah, of course. You wanna, you know, your vote matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
But-
vote. So everybody
can-
vote.
Can you still
If you can.
compete? Can you still complain if your vote won?
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Be like, I
Yeah.
thought Ibaga is gonna be like, I thought bitch gonna make a difference, but it didn't. Like, you know, what the fuck?
No, you can
So,
still complain. Yeah.
As long as you vote, I think you allowed to complain. Doesn't matter if you vote for the party that won or not.
yeah, it doesn't matter what you
Yeah.
who you vote for. Right?
Yeah.
You know, as long as you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what are your thoughts with this? Our last guest said that it's a trend, but I have to ask.
What is it?
What are your thoughts on this new pronunciation and LGBTQ community and all that? What is your take on that? The way the world is moving.
Touchy subject, man. I don't want to get canceled right before I start making something somewhere. You know?
But listen to me. The last guest said it's a trend.
We all lost it. he tried to get him out of it. He was like, nah, it's a trend.
It's a trend that you join.
I guess we live in a free world, and people can express whatever the way they want. You know, like. But you know, I don't have any comments. As long as it's not like affecting me directly. I shouldn't say that. That's politically wrong. But as long as I'm not hurting anybody's feeling,
Right.
I think I think it's fine. You know, they can do whatever they want. They can
No, fair enough.
identify as whatever they want, as long as it's not like something outrageous. You know.
I think
Yeah.
as long as they don't put it on me saying this is me.
Yeah.
Like they don't bring their like I want to respect your
Yes.
thoughts, but at the same time don't push me to think as you. Like the way you're looking at the world, maybe I'm not, but I'll respect the way you're looking at it. But to our previous guest, if you watch it, it's not a trend, bro.
That's right.
But yeah, that was
could hurt
that
a lot of
last one
people
was
by
very
saying
funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, and like you say, it's a touchy subjective. If you are, I mean, it is very touchy, and you can get fired from work. Or,
No, like you
or-
said, I think I agree with that too. Like, I respect, your decision, like, what you believe in, but just don't push it on other people, because people are going to have different opinions.
Yeah.
They're going to think differently. They, like you said, they see the world differently. As long as they're not, disrespecting anyone,
Yeah,
I think it's
makes
fair,
sense.
right?
But yeah, I had to ask since we went to
course.
politics, so I was like, might as well ask that one.
I was like, this guy trying to cancel.
Trust me, today it was all about you. Like, I would love to have you again in the future. After 6
For
months
sure.
from today. Like, if you ever if you're bored and you're in town, hit us up. We'll record it.
For sure, man. 4 months from now, my another doctor visit, and I'll come in.
Yeah, like don't just shoot me a text saying, "Yo, you guys, I'm here. Do you guys want to record today?" And if
Yeah.
you have anything to discuss, feel free to bring it. If you have
Yeah, for sure.
friends who wants to come, if your girlfriend or anybody who has different experience, feel free to bring them, and it'll be
Yeah.
Yeah.
a great
So your
experience.
4-month dentist visit and podcast visit.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Diwali's coming up. Maybe I'll come more,
Yeah.
often. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
whatever, like this is not just one time and done. This is like this is more like think as an hangout,
Yeah.
and you
I love
you,
this.
you let out
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
thoughts, and
I would not have learned that we were from the same town.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the same for us,
So-
bro.
Yeah, I don't have much talent in singing, but I love like listening to
Yeah.
songs and sing. I like to think I'm a good singer, but
Hey,
that
I want to
doesn't
hear you sing that.
it doesn't come out that good when
Right.
some other
No
people
one's
hear it.
judging,
But
you know?
yeah,
We're gonna do this, but do you wanna give us demo to our almost like 80 subscribers?
Hey,
And,
no audience is a small, audience. So
small
It's
audience,
great.
but we would love to. If you feel comfortable, please feel free to have.
Of course, yeah. I'll
We
sing
would love to
something.
have
Yeah.
something.
Do you guys have any recommendation or
Whatever you want to sing, whatever you're feeling.
whatever. Give your best.
The song in my head right now, because I just posted a dance video to that. Chalaya from Jawan.
Yeah.
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 Maybe I'll sing that song.
All
All
right.
right, go for it,
Uh,
bro.
Let me look up the lyrics because I don't want to fuck it up.
Take your time.
Yeah.
You want music?
No music. I'll just sing without.
Okay, because I can put the music here, I guess, right?
Whichever he prefers. Yeah, we can put the music if he wants, but we can go.
Let me
acoustic.
sing without music so you guys can know actually I'm good. or actually I suck. You can decide.
Nah, I like the positivity that says
Let me decide a scale. So let me play the original just a little bit. You guys can discuss something else if you want.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how do I mute ourselves.
You mute the thing from here.
Yeah, mute ourselves so we don't disturb him.
Okay. So I gotta decide the scale that I'm gonna sing, before I. La. Okay, I'm gonna sing. Okay. इश्क में दिल बना है, इश्क में दिल फना है, ओ मिटा दे या बना दे, मैंने तुझको चुना है, ओ तेरे सारे रंग ओढ़ के धंग ओढ़ के तेरा हुआ मैं सबको छोड़ के, ओ इश्क नहीं करना नाप तोल के राज खोल के आया हूँ मैं सबको बोल के, ओ मैं ता चले आ तेरी ओर तेरा चले आ है जोर तेरा होया मैं यार वे भूले या ये संसार वे या चले आ तेरी ओर तेरा चले आ है जोर तेरा होया मैं यार वे भूले या ये संसार वे या. That's it.
That's awesome, man.
That was
Thank you,
good.
thank
That
you.
was good.
That was good, yo.
good.
Thank you.
You're good,
Yeah.
bro. You don't
Yeah.
suck. Now, just to put it in perspective, your turn.
You gotta say, come on. Few
Come
lines,
on,
few
bro.
lines, come on. From the same town.
No,
It
no,
can't be
no.
that bad.
No way. So one of the reason I cannot sing because I don't remember lyrics at all.
Look it
like
up. I just
Look it
found
up.
out too.
I can't sing. Nah.
Yes,
This
yes.
boy just looked it up and instant. I like that, bro. I like that. Come
do
through
that.
this podcast time to
That's
time
awesome.
We got
whenever you
everything in
want
palm of
to.
our hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. No singing.
All good, all good. But on the other side, we'll make sure one day he's saying, But do
Next time
check
when I
out
come.
our boy,
Yeah,
Boom
next
It.
time.
I will.
Yeah, you have 4 to 6 months to practice.
4 months.
4 months to
One
practice.
less. Back on for
Back,
Diwali.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll love to have guests. So trust
For
me.
sure. This was
You
so
can
much
come
fun.
as many times as you want. Just shoot a text, and every time you hear anything you wanna discuss, you can even bring the topic and let us know in advance so we can look into it in case we don't know about it.
Next time I release a song, I gotta bring that here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll
100%.
do
do
a
it.
release
Yeah.
party here.
Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
let's
That
do
would be
it.
pretty cool.
We up for anything new. So
Yeah,
anything you have an idea that you think you wanna bring it here, we'll do it. And
Yeah.
like I said, tag us in your videos. So we'll love to support you as well on all social media.
For sure. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's our boy's 5th wedding anniversary today. So
Hey,
please wish
Also-
my boy.
Anniversary.
And
And also, he's getting a girl soon.
oh yeah, that's a big news. I was about to just let him
Oh my god.
He stopped at anniversary.
yeah. No, I was about to say that
Okay,
another
okay.
news
Yeah.
he's about to give, but yeah. So
I'm not about to give birth. My wife.
I mean, in a way,
Clarification.
you are too.
Yeah.
You're gonna be busy.
So big congratulations to our
Yeah,
boy
congratulations.
Harshit
Thank you.
on a baby girl and happy congratulations,
anniversary.
happy 5th anniversary,
Yeah.
and wish you many more, bro.
She may not be getting the cravings, but I am.
Hit the gym, bro, every morning. How do you get motivation for gym? Because my boy would like some.
Jim,
It's not.
man, it's
I am
just-
motivated to go. The problem is, I'm very like all the
Lazy.
time. Not lazy. Not lazy. Just don't. I just don't make it there somehow.
Isn't that
I think you
lazy?
should start with a friend. So go with him. Take him. I think having a gym buddy always like
Yeah.
kinda, helps you out.
I think that's what I not blaming anyone, but like that's what happened. Like we used to work out in a group.
Oh no, somebody abandoned you.
So the friend who used to come, he works out with his wife.
Oh no, abandoned you for a girl. That's even worse.
Other one got a kid, so he stopped coming.
wow.
So
You know what's crazy? I just realized on this table, I have worked out with all of you. At some point in my life, I work out with him, work out with you, work out with you.
So he's
So-
he's not married. Take him.
I go every
Yeah,
morning.
he
I
does,
saw him.
yeah.
I
I
recently
started going. I came. I'm 3 for 3 this week, so
That's great.
I like to keep that up.
See you
There you
tomorrow
go.
at
Man,
6, bro.
I'm telling you, like I don't have kids, but my sister has 2 kids, and after having a kid,
Yeah.
your life's gonna get so busy.
well,
So
we
try
got-
to get as many workouts as you can right now.
We got a dog, and he takes an
Yeah.
hour walk in the morning.
Oh wow.
after that,
That's
it's
a good
just,
workout too.
Yeah.
Just walk
like
with
he
the dog.
wouldn't come in. Like Uno likes to walk for an hour,
Hmm.
and I come in. Like, so what we used to do was I used to take him upstairs, and he sleeps with Ruchi. So now I don't take him up because every time I used to go up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lay on the bed too now. So now he just stays downstairs. I just put him back in the playpen, and I go to gym.
That's awesome, man.
That's
Keep it
good.
up, bro.
I
Keep
know,
it up. You
continue.
know, yeah. You haven't met the dog, but we'll bring it out for you. It's a
Yeah, I
very
would
cute
love to
dog.
meet the
Yeah,
dog,
it's
yeah.
very, very, very cute dog. And
wanna
anything
ask your
else you want to
questions?
disc?
Sandy, you want to ask your questions?
What question?
The 5 questions that you wanted to ask.
Oh shit! Yeah, we can ask him.
Rapid
Oh,
fire?
these are
What is this?
Yeah.
tough
fire.
questions, bro. I'm excited.
As long as they don't get me canceled, I'm good.
No,
Nothing's
no.
gonna get you canceled, bro.
Those questions comes from Krushit.
The questions I ask, sometimes people feel like, okay, do we want to answer this?
All right. So, like you said, rapid fire,
Oh.
sentence or word. What's the best advice you've received?
Follow your dreams and don't worry about money or people too much.
Was that from parents?
No, from really good friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you deal with a loss and how do you deal with a win?
How do I deal with loss? I just go and do the next thing.
That's good.
I love
Move
it.
on. Move on easily.
yeah,
Yeah.
move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a win. I continue to work on the things that I love, so I
Mhm.
can get more wins.
Yeah.
I don't really celebrate wins, too much.
Right, right. That's cool. All right. So, what's something that you used to value a lot more, but you don't any longer?
Tough one. I don't know actually. This is the one I have to think. No, I do value money a lot. I'm like, no, you need the money.
Anyone who says the otherwise is lying.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to lie. I don't know. Actually, I used to value like the traditional way of getting the education,
Mhm.
like college and stuff,
Yeah.
a lot. But I don't think you need to anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
on
you
the
know,
same boat as
Yeah,
well.
as long
Yeah.
as you are, you know what you're doing. You have
Mhm.
the right guidance from your parents and your friends and whatnot.
Mhm.
And you're not a dumb fuck, like like you're not hurting anybody in the community.
Right.
I think you can get your education from anywhere now,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
YouTube or anywhere, and
Right.
and I think it kind of helps you to motivate, the things that you really want to do in life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In this traditional way, like we all went to college, right? I didn't even have option. Like I studied engineering. I don't know fuck about engineering anymore. Like I do whatever I can for my job,
Right.
and then my brain opens up when I actually start working on music and dance and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say education. I don't value it, but the
Traditional
traditional way
yeah.
of getting education.
4-year degree.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right. Last one. Create one law that everyone has to follow in the whole world.
Oh wow, these are tough questions. These are not rapid fire. One law. Make everyone smile
Yeah.
in whatever way you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every person has to make other person smile.
Smile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like instead of spread the positive vibes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
there's
I
too
love it.
much. There's
Yeah.
too much hate in the world.
Right, right.
So if you can just be nice to somebody and make somebody's day,
Mhm.
in any way you can, I think that should be a law.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good response, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Very
Thanks.
good conversation.
Yeah, very great
Yeah,
conversation.
this was
and-
great. Thank
yeah.
you so much
Yes.
for having me.
Yeah.
And love knowing, all the histories behind your passion and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
that was
And-
interesting.
I now that I think about it, I haven't shared these stuff
Mhm.
with people. Not a lot of people actually. Yeah, so this is cool.
yeah,
Right.
we'll
Yeah.
definitely post it, tag you. Feel free to share it with your friends, family.
For
and
sure.
Check it out.
Thank you so
because-
much.
Yeah. And one more thing, the last podcast did not have video because of this boy. Because by mistake he thought
I had double gig right after and I didn't have enough memory cards.
Oh.
I forgive him.
so this time make sure you first
Yeah, I can still back it up today.
yeah. So I know that mistake won't happen again, but sorry to that
Yeah.
guest and our audience
Yeah.
that I know some of you complained, but it won't happen again. And as
man.
always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by, bro.
Thank you
And
so much for having me.
Looking forward to having you
yep,
again.
looking forward to having
I
you
Absolutely.
again.
love this. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you next time. Have a good day. Peace.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.